Happy Wednesday, everybody. How are we all doing? We good? Having a good week so far? I'm exhausted. I went into this week feeling more rested than I did after Christmas because I was quite unwell then. I had an amazing weekend. It was action-packed. Obviously, that's what we're going to be talking about today. But work has just been so full on. So as soon as this show is over, I am going to be sleeping. But not yet. So you're all right. I appreciate there's going to be a lot of new people in the chat because I was a part of something quite special that all relates to my trip to Sweden. My social media has just been firing up. Twitter, that has been sleeping for many, many years, is now awake. I am being dragged back into that world. And yeah, I had a wonderful time in Sweden. So we'll be talking about that in a little while. But firstly, just as an introduction, hello everyone, my name is Myles Dyer. This is Myles Dyer Live, a weekly show, this time every week, where we chill, we hang out, and we just have a good time together. We chat about all sorts. Sometimes we talk about serious issues, mental health and well-being, life hacks, all sorts. World events, but then other times we have some fun talking about gaming, sometimes do game streaming, quizzes, or do knockout rounds for, what was it that we did? We did ice cream flavours, and we do actually need to bring back one of those knockout rounds again soon. Maybe we should do it for a VR game, that would be kind of cool. Do you know what? We should do that on PS VR2 Pro in a couple of weeks' time. I'll write that down, actually, so I can let Brian know. That is definitely something we are going to have to do. Because the ice cream one was really, really, really good. Yeah. Great. Lots of questions coming in. By the way, if you ask me any questions, I don't normally do it on regular shows, but I will put an asterisk next to your question, so I will come back to it if I don't straight away. But yeah, do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and ring the bell. You then get notified every time I go live on Wednesdays. I know there are going to be a lot of gamers tuning in today, but the thing about this community is some are gamers, some are not. This is just a really nice place to hang out. But I am in the process of looking at live streaming games every Saturday. Will it happen this Saturday? Maybe, because as some of you will know, I received through the post. Is it even here? I had it here. Where did it go? Here it is. This is what came through the post a week ago. And I haven't touched it yet. What do we think? The Callisto Protocol. Should we maybe start playing that on Saturday? As for live streams of VR titles, that will be happening once PSVR is out. I am actually, I actually said that if I am somewhat lucky to get a review unit of the PSVR2 and therefore can cancel my pre-order, I will be spending that money on another PlayStation 5, so I can have one downstairs and one here as well. It's not VR enough. I knew there was going to be some of that. Finally, I host PSVR Without Parole every Friday. This Friday is going to be a massive show because it's going to be two components to it. One is I'm going to be talking about all the games, almost all of the games that I played at Fast Travel Games in Sweden, who were very kind enough to fly me out there at the weekend. And then I'm also going to be talking in depth about my PlayStation VR2 experiences and answering the many, many questions that have come through. But for those of you that are unaware of this, that is right. I did get to play PlayStation VR2 when I was in Sweden. And I'm actually just having a look at some of the photos I've got here. Do you know what? I think the one photo that I wanted... I am going to talk about this in a little bit. So some of you might be asking, so wait, Myles, are you not going to be talking about any of it today? Yes, I am. I'm going to be talking about my whole Swedish trip. But you have to understand that there's some things that I do want to savour until Friday's show. So that will be happening as well. Almost all the games. Well, that's right. I will tell you this now, actually. I mentioned on last Friday's show that I would be playing a top secret, or I would be shown a top secret title. Well, Fast Travel Games showed us 2 top secret titles. One of them I can't say anything about, not even on Friday. But one of them I can talk a little bit about. There are 2 things I'm allowed to say about it, but I actually managed to get a third thing out of them, which I will be saving for Friday's show. So, yeah, there were lots of games I did play. But I had an amazing time. Just to show some photos, this was obviously on the thumbnail. This is me at Fast Travel Games. Just before leaving, I was like one of the last in the office. I had an amazing time there. It was with just so many wonderful people. Some of whom you may actually. This one's actually a bit blurry. This image. I think this was saved from Twitter actually. But yeah, some familiar faces. To my right is Nazy, who actually is one of my all-time favourite. Actually, either side of me, like some of my favourite VR content creators. But Nacy, I have a very special connection with because she's a Beat Saber pro who does amazing mixed reality videos. And she was one of the many awesome people, but she did it with such casualness and style. She actually played my band's single New Vision on Beat Saber when it was released. So yeah, huge love for her. What else we got here? Do you know what? I think this is actually the photo now. Yeah, this is the better quality one here. It's so much better quality that it's taken a bit to load when I put it up on screen. But there we go. Awesome. I have put a poll in the chat, by the way, asking if you've ever been to Sweden. Yes, no, or something in Swedish. Something in Swedish, right? So yeah, look, I went out to Stockholm on Friday, and it was awesome. It was an amazing trip. A huge shout out to Francesca, who is their community manager and social media manager, who did most of the organising. I know how difficult it is to organise events when you've got to make sure everyone's taken care of. She did a fantastic job, from flights to getting picked up at the airport, the hotel, got this goodie bag that when we first arrived, I've realised that some of these images aren't on here, so I'm actually going to have to pull them up on my phone. But some of you may have seen them actually on my social media. If you don't follow me, do follow me on Instagram. I will pull up my details for Instagram now. I thought I had them here. No, I don't. I don't have it here. Do I have it on my main screen? Oh, man. Since changing this, some things have just gone out the windows. Here we are. Here are all my details down here. Instagram is where I'm most active. YouTube, you're here right here. And Twitter, I'm using a lot more now. But those are my main channels. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, when I got there, let me find you this. Here it is. And actually, while I show you this, I've actually got 2 documents downstairs that I was meant to bring up to show you as well. Look, check this out. God, man, I'm being so disorganized. I was meant to fix all this because I've got a lot of issues with my stream. It's like my stream deck down here is not working at all. How many people are invited? I'm tempted to say like there were 10 of us, but like some of us were in pairs, so like a couple of people from different channels and that. So I'd say there was probably like 6 channels there or something like that. But yeah, here we go. So when I arrived at the room, we had all these goodie bags, including the hoodie that I'm wearing now. And they had this wonderful note: Myles, welcome to the Fast Travel Game Days. We hope you enjoy a small taste of what Sweden has to offer. What I loved about the Fast Travel Game Days was if you had it all in capitals, it looks like it's theft. theft G days. And yeah, there was some jokes about like, oh, I might just pack that PlayStation VR into my bag and take it with me. That would have been nice, right? To be honest, that was one of the things I was going to show you from downstairs. The other was like the agenda, but I can keep that downstairs as well. Kill Artist 1 with the super chat. Thank you very, very much. My biggest issue with PSVR 1 was the headrest. The material flaked off after cleaning a few times. Is the PSVR material better? So it's an interesting question. I've had many questions like this that I am going to be answering on Friday, but because you did a super chat, I guess I do have to answer this. Look, mine is the same. Mine has flaked off so much. Not so suddenly. I have to say, when I touch the headset, there's a lot of things that I'm going to tell you that I'm not 100% confident on, because when you're using this equipment, just some things you're not drawing your attention to or thinking about. But I do remember when picking it up and feeling that the pad, or what did you call it, sort of the headrest, the material did feel, I want to say more substantive. It just felt like bolder. I don't know how to explain it. It just felt like it was more. But then I don't know if that's just because I've had my headrest on my PSVR for so long. You know, did it start like that? I'm not entirely sure. Are Swedish meatballs just called meatballs in Sweden? I think they are just called meatballs. I could be wrong there though. So yeah, good cushioning for sure. Good cushioning for sure. Easy solution, stop cleaning the headset. I know. Well, the way I clean mine is with like bacterial wipes, which probably does damage them quite a lot. But when you're sweating and stuff, you got to clean it. Like there's a couple of times where I didn't clean it properly, and then I don't use it for a week or two, and you come back and there's lots of bacteria in the folds and stuff. So you gotta be careful with that. I do want to learn better lens cleaning practice though for when I get this, because I was so worried about scratching the lens when I last played it. Anyway, so yeah, look. So some more context. I was invited by Fast Travel Games, who are developers of games such as Apex Construct, Wraith Oblivion, and they invited Brian Poole, who is the host and showrunner of PSVR Without Parole, the show that I co-host every Friday night. He wasn't able to make it, and they said, oh, maybe your guy from UK would be up for it. And so Brian offered it to me. I was blown away by the opportunity. They flew me out there. I got to meet lots of VR content creators, many of whom I knew of already, but like being there as a content creator myself, it was really, really cool. And so on the Saturday and the Sunday, it was 2 full days where we met up in the morning, and then throughout the day, we would rotate. There was all these rooms with different VR games set up, and we'd go to each of them and play them, and we'd be with devs, and we could sort of give feedback if we wanted to. I'm someone who always loves to give lots of feedback, but I like to do it in a compassionate way where I say, hey, you've probably thought about all these things before. This feedback isn't to say that what I'm suggesting is right, or maybe, you know, the issues I've got is because I'm just an exceptional case where maybe I haven't been familiar with this type of game before. But they were really, really excited to have direct contact with gamers and, you know, get that direct feedback there and then. I did not see the Aurora. That would have been absolutely wonderful. And Tech Noir says, my mum always told me if you play with it lots, always give it a good clean. Always good advice. Good VR. You use Spectacle Wipe, which is have I got them around me now? Man, I need to clean. It's talking about cleaning stuff. I need to clean this place up loads. Man, like it's the microfiber cloth. Is that what you mean, or is it something else? Probably felt like a big shot. I know I would. Do you know what? There were 2 things that really struck me on the trip. One that I mentioned already, and that was when I first arrived. the guy at the airport, I knew he was going to be holding up my name, and so I was getting ready to record it. But when I saw it, it didn't say Myles on it. It said PSVR without parole, or parlay as they spelt it. But in that moment, it really struck me, and I thought, whoa, it really hit home that, you know, I'm really a part of this family, this PSVR without parole family, that we're actually getting to do these great events. And yeah, I found it very special. And then the second time was that when we arrived and they introduced everyone, they actually had on the wall this, which was a title card, and everyone that was there had their own little avatars. And as you can see, the PSVR without parole is me there. And yeah, it was super, super cool. And again, not seeing my name under it, but PSVR without parole once again. It might seem a bit weird, but like if it had just been my name, that would have been kind of cool. But to see PSVR without parole, it really grounded me in like the moment. So that was really, really cool. Yeah, the microfiber cloth. Yeah. Now what I use is I have a lens pen. So the lens pen, there are two things. One side is like the little brush. Although to be honest, I have this for my camera, which you know, blows air. It's good actually for cleaning the PlayStation 5 as well. You can't see what I'm doing then, but yeah, lens pens are good indeed. Spit on it and give it a scrub with a Brillo pad, dude. I'm getting anxious thinking of doing that with the PSVR. Hey Hannah, good to see you here. By the way, today is a record for this live show. Like normally we're at between 20 and 30 people. We're almost at 50. So can I just say a huge thank you? And now also, if you're massive gamers, just give my live show another shot on every other Wednesday of the month. Although next Wednesday will be a Q&A because it's the last Wednesday of the month, so it's not like a full-on show. But it's pretty chilled, and it's always good to hang out. So yeah. Heck yeah, you're a part of the family. And yeah, I know that. And it's not that I've never felt like a part of the family. I've always felt very included. But at the same time, there is this shadow that, you know, I joined PSVR, like getting into the games a lot later than a lot of people. So that's one thing. And so I've got a bit of catch up. So it's going to be nice going into the new generation, you know, the same as everyone else. So that's going to be really, really cool. Lots of talks about how to clean their VR headsets. You only see 7 likes. I see 28, 29. How's Bricky? So for those that don't know, the last last couple of weeks in the lead up, and this is the first thing I wanted to talk about before we get to VR, but in the lead up to the Last of Us TV show, I actually played The Last of Us Part 1 in its entirety. We did like 1 or 2 chapters a night up until when I went to Sweden. And if I show you here, it's not this one. It's here on my channel. Let's go down a little bit. I've actually added it featured. Here we go. The Last of Us. We did all of the chapters, and I was really proud with the thumbnails and everything. And so yeah, if you want to become familiar, if you are watching the show, which I'm going to ask you now, who saw The Last of Us, and no spoilers in the chat, but I would say that if you are watching The Last of Us TV show on HBO and have never played the game before, on this playlist on my channel, just play the first. Look, the opening like 10 minutes of chapter 3 is where the show ended, the episode 1. But yeah, the first 2 are there for sure. Last of Us episode. Yeah. My verdict is this. I went into watching The Last of Us Part 1. Sorry, I say Part 1. The TV show with high expectations, a lot of anxiety, hoping that they're going to do it because there's a poor track record for computer games. And all of that going on. And despite all that, they knocked it out the park. And I actually watched it with my parents, which was a wonderful, wonderful experience. I thought I had a photo of me with my parents here, but I don't think it's on my computer. So I'm just going to send it across from my phone. 1 second. And I'll also send this. And it was good. And the reason it was important for me to watch it with my parents was threefold. One is it's good to do things with your parents. If your parents are still about and you're lucky, spend time with them, especially doing things that you mutually enjoy. And it can be just watching a TV show. In this instance, it was watching a TV show, it was having dinner together, spending quality time together. The other reason is that they got me into video games. I think when I was 6 or 7 years old, they bought me a Sega Master System. And they always said that they wanted a test to make sure it worked the night before. And they ended up playing it for hours. And my dad, got me into Doom when I was a bit older and things like that. They're not really gamers much anymore. Although when I get the new PlayStation VR2 set up, I'm giving my parents my PlayStation 4 and PSVR, so they're going to have it then. And so it was a nice sort of coming home moment of just being able to enjoy, spending time with my parents watching The Last of Us. And so here was me with them, my mum and dad, with my Fast Travel Games hoodie. This was just before we started watching it. And my parents never had played the games before. My dad had only watched the opening chapter of The Last of Us. And they loved it. But, and without any spoilers, but The Last of Us is very famous for an opening scene, which is heartbreaking. That's all I'll say. But when that scene happened, I cried. I couldn't hold back the tears. I cried. And I was like sort of doing this, and my mum was to my right. And when she knew I was crying, she was like, "Oh, Myles, you'll get me going." Yeah, I was so moved by it. There were a few things I had issues with, and I'd love to have a conversation with people about it, but this isn't the time. But the other thing that I showed was in my living room. I might have shown this ages ago, but I have these disc plates, and I mean one of them that's just here is of the Doom, the skeleton from Doom, which is awesome. We've got Spider-Man, and I've got the Revenant from Doom. But downstairs I have this, which is from The Last of Us. It's a beautiful, beautiful disc plate that I love and adore. But I do want to get some Last of Us merchandise. I want to get a Last of Us shirt or something. The three of you could have done a Gogglebox. Elsewhere in the world, in America, do you have a show called Gogglebox? Because in the UK, Gogglebox is a show where it's like different families with different personalities just watching, I guess, TV shows and programs from the week and just reacting to it. To be honest, it would have been quite boring. I was very good at not saying like every so often, that's from the game. There was a couple of moments where I was like, that's interesting for that reason. So yeah. I had the same reaction as Brian and AJ. That moment was sad, but I knew it was coming, so it didn't hit me the same way as when I first played the game. And I understand that. Like, it doesn't hit me the same way when I see it in the game anymore. I mean, I'm still moved by it. But the TV show version, I think it was the emotion as well of like knowing that they pulled it off. Like, I was really not skeptical. I was cautiously optimistic that they were gonna. It was a very, it's a tough moment to do, and they did it beautifully. And I don't know. There's some things that just get me, and that particular moment is very, very powerful indeed. Let's hear about your stories. Whose parents got you into gaming? I like this. I like this as a conversation point. My parents got me into gaming too. Thinking back, I remember getting an N64 plus the Ocarina of Time. So the Ocarina of Time is one of the early Zelda games I've played. I played the Game Boy game, but because it's called Link's Awakening, isn't it? The original. But I never played Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask, I wanted to play, and then I've never played the Switch games. Switch is a console I've always been tempted to get, but you got to choose where you invest your time, right? Lots of Easter eggs in the Last of Us show, absolutely. Show is probably better for those that never played the game or even heard of it. Yeah, I'm really curious, and it did like 4.9 million viewers on launch in the States, which was like second biggest launch for HBO in the last decade. Second, is it House of Dragons? But that's like Game of Thrones. That's a massive IP that has, massive wide appeal. But that's only going to grow as more people mention it. My mum played Crash Bandicoot and Spyro with us. Well, my dad has recently converted a lot of old video files of when I was a kid and my brother was a kid and that growing up. And if I can find the Christmas that I remember, there was a video of me just sitting in front of this square TV playing Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System. I'll have to dig that up and show you guys. My uncle got me into gaming. I remember playing Dune 2 on his computer. Now, when you say Dune 2, wasn't that, and I could be wrong, wasn't that the Command and Conquer style real-time strategy game? Because I remember there was a Dune game like that. And Prince of Persia, was that the 2D side-scroller where you had to sort of run and jump over the gaps and stuff? That was a tough game. Back in the days that when you died and ran out of lives, you had to start from the very, very beginning. When I was a kid, my dad took me to his friends and he had an Atari. That was my very first experience. I was hooked. The nearest my parents have got me into games is during the third lockdown. My mum explained how to see magic eye images. The 90s things. Used to love magic eye images. Really did feel like magic. Yeah, it was by Westwood Studios. Wow, so they did do that. I was like, yeah, it feels very similar to Command and Conquer. That's really cool. Is that one word, Gods and Quake? Because I know Quake, but Gods not so much. But if it's a game called Gods and Quake, yeah, I'm not that familiar with it. Anyway, if you are watching, do hit the like button if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and especially with so many of you watching right now. If you do have a Google YouTube account, don't have to type in the chat, but just hitting the like button helps with the algorithm, and especially with a channel like mine that is still growing in the early days, it really, really helps me out. Now, all the goodies that they gave me, they gave a lot of chocolates and things like that. I've eaten so much. I need to remember this one in particular. This was really, really great. This was it. It was... oh man, it was super. I love this camera, by the way. The fact I can hold that up and it just like super clear quality, right? It looks great. And it had really good flavors. I mean, I'll read you. Do you know what? I kind of want to do another poll on this, but just type it in the chat. So they are chocolate covered caramel, and there are 4 flavors. There's vanilla and sea salt, triple chocolate, pistachio, and is it called Calabrian licorice? Now, I'm not a huge licorice fan. Certain types I like. What I liked about each of these flavors was they weren't all overpowering. They all just, were really tasty chocolate-covered caramel. But the vanilla and sea salt, just sea salt and chocolate for me wins me over. Because it's the salted caramel, do you know what I mean? And things like that. It is Danish Smilanik. Is it Smilianic? Apologise. I don't know why I'm pronouncing it again and again, probably wrongly. But with the $13.99 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much. Atari 2600 console with combat my parents bought me. Have been gaming for over 40 years. I mean, oh man, Gaming, I just love how it's become such a mainstream thing now across all the generations. I find that really, really exciting. Triple chocolate. Yeah. Yeah, the focus on the camera is great, isn't it? Does it do it with my hand? It does indeed. Oh, someone was asking. I saved this from the beginning of the show, by the way. What was the story behind your ring? Reminds me of Days Gone. So I have two rings, right? I have this one, which you can see it rotates, and it has the Roman numerals of time from 1 to 12 on it. Now that one, I know that's not the one you were asking about, but that one was like $10, $15 when I was in Turkey. That's the kind of money that I would spend on jewelry. This one is silver. It was made for me from the Great Frog, which is in Carnaby Street in London. A lot of big rock and rollers wear their rings. And it is normally £600, which is what, like $650? But I was with and introduced to the place by my friends that are in a massive US band, or metal band at the time, from LA. They were called Fear Factory. Story for another time. And they were picking up rings themselves. And while they were there, they said, can you do a deal for our buddy Myles? And they said, okay, this one, we will give you 50% off. So this ring that would normally cost $600, they offered me $300. And I thought I would never spend hundreds of pounds on jewelry. However, if they're offering me 50% off, and there was ever a time in my life I'm going to invest a lot in jewelry, it's for that. And I've had it for well over a decade, and I love it. And I can do sort of like press-ups or pull-ups with my finger. Very, 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 very good. All right. Just having a look. Everyone's saying vanilla. What age is when I should grow up and stop playing video games? Never grow up. Never grow up. First console was a Binatone 1970s wood veneer. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to look it up now. Here we go. Was it a clock? Is it a radio? I don't even know. Having a look. Oh, here it is. Is it this? Let me bring up the screen share. Sorry, all my controls aren't working. That's the quiz. That is not what I wanted. I wanted this. Is this was it here? Comes with a gun. Awesome. I always remember the Sega Master System. The controller, when you think of like ergonomics, was always... And I've actually got my Master System, but it won't start up anymore. I don't know how to fix it. But look at that as a controller. And both buttons pretty much did the same thing. So, yeah, absolutely incredible. I have missed a tip, supposedly. So let me... Here we go. I found it. I love this because it keeps everything. Tech Noir with the super chat. Nah, I've got to do a proper one. Tech Noir with the super chat for £4.49. Thank you very, very much for your kindness. Really appreciate it. My mum bought me a NES for Christmas in around 1986. She never touched it. Swear she just wanted me to fuck off to my room. Well, I'm guessing it worked, right? It's like, well, that's what happens a lot of these days. You hear about like little kids being given iPads and stuff like that just so that they've got things to swipe on. So yeah, there is that. We are at 44 likes right now. If we hit 50 likes, I'll talk about some of the games that I got to play in Sweden. man, I had just the best time there. They were great, and I am going to be doing a sort of a roundup video at some point, and then on Friday's show, I'll be talking lots and lots about it. But just to show you a bit more, one of the things I was really blown away by was, and I know some of you are PlayStation VR purists, but for me, it was the first time I had... Joey just got my lad a PS5. He's only 6. Isn't it amazing, the starting point of kids these days? Have I ever seen Happy Tree Friends? I have indeed. And you bought your kids an N64 for Christmas. N64 is still an amazing console. The games are so great on that. Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario Tennis I loved. I had a really good time with that. Swedish women are beautiful, Nordic goddesses. I have to admit, there was a lot of times I was just like, wow, everyone is so beautiful over here. Everyone is so, so beautiful. So one of the things I was really blown away, and well done. You did it, everyone. You did it, everyone. So one of the things that blew my mind when it came to the Meta Quest, I had never used a Meta Quest before, and so it was a really great opportunity to compare PlayStation VR2 with the Meta Quest. But the Meta Quest, when it really struck me, was I was playing Everslot. Let me get this video up here. To be honest, the video is actually just of the like the banner. It's not actually of the game. I didn't get any footage of it. But do you know what? Let me get. I'm just gonna get a screenshot of this here. So this was one of the games I played, Everslot Invasion. There's been a lot of promo for this online. If I was being responsible, I would have got some trailers to show you of this. But it's a co-op like Wave Killer, where you have your weapons, which are like melee. Then you have like a weapon in your wrist that like knocks them back, and I think there were 2 to choose from. And then there was, if you want to heal yourself, you have to put one arm into your wrist, and it puts a needle in your wrist. It's pretty horrific, and then you inject the health into it. It's like a needle there. And then you also get a like a pulley. What's it like? A grapple hook that you can grapple and pull yourself up towards enemies and all things like that. So that is really, really, really cool. On PSVR2, no, this was on Oculus. So I say Oculus, the Meta Quest. And so the reason I bring this up was the thing that really blew my mind with the Meta Quest. And here is me with one of the devs, Francis, who was awesome. We were in a room together, and we were playing the game co-op. And the thing that blew my mind about the Meta Quest headsets, and again, those of you that have played on them will think, oh, this is probably not remarkable. But for me, you didn't wear headphones. They had speakers in the headset, which I say simulated. I mean, no, it is. It's giving you surround sound. And I'm looking at it now, realizing, no, it doesn't go around the back of the ear. It's literally in the headset. And so we were both playing this game. I got a real sense of where enemies were coming from, had a real sense of presence with the sound. But me and Francis were able to talk with each other and get a sense of where we were, so we weren't going to be accidentally punching each other, flailing our arms about. But had a really, really, really good time with that game. So that was something that really blew my mind about the Meta Quest. Now, PlayStation VR2 doesn't have that. But the thing about PSVR2 is Sony wants you to really experience the Tempest engine. They really want you to experience their 3D audio, which means wearing headphones. But there is a thing about when you're wearing headphones and you got friends around, you have to go, so sorry, what did you say? What did you say? And then put it back on. But like a lot of the questions I have about PSVR 2, when it comes to like swapping quickly over with friends and that, it's a very small percentage of the user cases for PSVR2. The majority of users are going to be people playing by themselves, in which case, put the headphones on and, set up the eye tracking, and then away you go. So that's really, really important. Hope you didn't get too drunk on the trip and played the games. The thing I will say was that we did get taken out on Saturday night, which was awesome, by the Fast Travel Games crew. They were really, really cool. And before we actually went out for a meal, they actually took us out to... they took us for a tour of the old town, but it was a ghost tour. And it was pretty creepy and pretty awesome. It was cold. But Andreas, who is their chief marketing officer, I've got a photo here of me with him. We did go out for drinks afterwards, and I mean, we do look quite jolly here. Is it loading? God, it's been so slow today. Here we are. We look very jolly. We had loads of great conversations, and it was great. And one of my favourite things about the trip was it snowy. It wasn't snowy, but there were piles of snow here and there that you could find. But no, I had some really great conversations because this was a background where, and Brian had spoken from PSVR Without Pro about this. PSVR Without Pro was very complimentary about their first main game, Apex Construct. Great game. But when it came to Wraith Oblivion, not so much. And I know that when the review came out, they also did a Gamescast Live, which had a title like, what's going on with Wraith Oblivion or Fast Travel Games. Brian's very blunt. He's always been very blunt and direct, which people love him for. You get where you are with him. And I know that Fast Travel Games were hurt by that because you want your games to do well and things like that. But obviously, they still give us game codes. They still talk to us. They still, invite us out for trips like this. And we had some really frank conversations on the trip saying, and I just mentioned, me, when it comes to compassion and empathy, I was just saying, when it comes to reviews, positive or negative, there is nothing personal about it. These are just opinions, and we do it out of love for the industry. That's where it comes from. Brian may be wrong about Oblivion. Well, this is it. Some people absolutely loved it. Some people didn't. Some people absolutely loved it. And that's cool, and that's what it is. All I would say is the things that they are working on make me really, really excited. And obviously going to talk more about this on Friday, but a lot of the games we played were on the Quest. Now, I know what the question is you're going to be asking. Are these coming to PSVR2? Now, I can answer this in two ways, or in two parts, okay? The first part is this. They haven't told me that any of them are coming to Quest. Coming to PSVR2, okay? However, the inclination I get from speaking with devs and the excitement they have around PSVR2 is, in an ideal world, all of these games will come to PSVR2. It's just a question of priorities, resources, and everything else. So, would I say that some of the games I played on Quest are going to come to PSVR2? I'm pretty confident they are. Could I tell you which ones? No. And maybe you could argue it depends which ones do well. Do you know what I mean? But has me really, really excited. Did you get to do any sightseeing? Did a little bit. We the tour of the town was really cool. I don't actually have the photos here. Actually, do I have them in my download section? Let's have a look here. I don't know if I put them across onto my... I don't have them here. You know what? I'm going to just grab it off my phone quickly. Here we go. 1 second. Because when I show you this, And by the way, offices in Sweden, you take your shoes off before you go in. I love that. Absolutely love that. So you get to enjoy the carpet under your feet. Yeah, so we went on this tour of the city of Stockholm in the old town, and we were told stories by this guy, Glaswegian dude. And then it ended up with him taking us to this underground place. And I thought he was going to lock us in because we were in a tunnel that was 100 meters long, but it was kind of blocked off. And he talked about, he showed this room that used to be filled with bodies and skulls. And then there was a little hatch that you opened where someone was actually buried. And he talks about sometimes the light gets shuttered out and then the thing slams. Didn't happen that time, which made it even more creepy. But look, this was the view when he took us down there. If I zoom out, that was kind of it. Really, really cool. Yeah, it was really, 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 really creepy. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, if you ring the bell, that should help with notifications. Also, if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I always add reminders there with and on Instagram you can actually set a reminder on it as well if the YouTube one doesn't work. So I highly recommend that. And I was just putting down here all my details. I'm actually going to make another one of these because this is way too bulky, I think, for what I do. Also, finally, the other way you can support the show is by becoming a member on YouTube. I think it's the cost of a coffee a month. So that join button, and if you click it, you unlock loads and loads of cool icons like this. The perks include you get a loyalty badge next to your name, which is the globe, and the longer you're a member, the color changes. It evolves over time. You can probably see it from some of the people in the chat. You unlock these custom live chat emojis. The only one that's missing is one that the PSVR crew will love, which is Too Wise, because they say it's Too Wise Dyer is how they call me. And then also you get priority when it comes to Q&As and comments across my channel as a whole. So yeah, that is membership there. Just having a look down now. So I'm not used to the chat going this fast. This is amazing. Any experience that was shared about the headphones that come with the PSVR2? I mean, look, they're cool. I like that they have that little thing in the side that they can tuck into. I didn't use them, obviously, for hygiene reasons, so I couldn't say. How far are we from getting a new emoji? We actually can get a new emojis. I just need to get them made. So that is something I'm going to work on this weekend. Yeah, and thank you, Karina, for showing them off. Obviously, they don't appear on screen there. I love this. Seriously, people actually... Well, the point is that people like to support the show, and it's nice that during the chat that you get something, you know, as opposed to nothing. So, yeah. Some people... I don't think that's the... They're not doing it because they're like, this will enhance my experience, but it's like they want to support the show, and yeah. Cool. I get free coffee. All right, everyone. I can't believe how quickly the time's got. So look, listen, PSVR without parole, it is this Friday. It's going to be a big one. It says 11 p.m. BST, British Summertime. I need to change it. It should be GMT. It is going to be a massive show. I have it linked on my YouTube channel nearer the time. But do tune in. And if you do have any questions about PSVR 2, I know many of you were asking them today. I will be going through. Let me just show you this. On this channel, and by the way, this video that I've done from almost 30,000 views. I mean, this was, and I'm not leaving yet. I'm not done with you yet. But
going back into that menu and
showing the PSVR2. If you have not seen this video, do check it out. I'm gonna put it in the chat. My PSVR2 impressions. Yeah, this is an 11-minute video where I hold the PSVR2 and I talk all about it. You can see it says Sony loan on the front. But the comments have been amazing, and tomorrow I'm going to go through all of these, especially those that have been put here. And I'm going to be going through these and getting answers for Friday's show, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, wanted to. You got more likes than watchers. Quite the trick. Oh no, I'm at 61 now. 61 now, and I appreciate everyone watching right now because, guys, I actually think we're going to achieve something that we've never achieved before because there's enough of you watching. So I can't wait for this, and I appreciate that, Brucey. Thank you very, very much. Oh god, yeah, I've got to make sure it's in the right language though, right? And I appreciate all the comments about the video because the truth is I've never done a hardware review before, really, and that was this. It was filmed on this, leaning against a box on the table. So yeah, I do need to invest in a tripod. I do want to invest in a proper microphone. Did I edit and upload it? So I did the first edit, which did all the overlays and the cuts, and then I gave it to Brian, who did all the graphics, the intro, the outro, the music, and he also cut a few bits out, which I think made it a lot better. It did cut a few bits of information, like about the fidelity. I talked about the 110 degrees, what's it called? Field of view. But all of that, I'm happy to talk about in a lot of detail on Friday's show. I can't believe we've already done 50 minutes. And everyone, give some love to Fast Travel Gameser who are in the chat. This hoodie, you know how comfy new hoodies are. Really, really great. And by the way, I need to check and see how we're doing with the results of the spit it out, Myles. There was a poll in the chat, wasn't there? Let's have a look here. Is the poll still going, or did it cancel like last time? Hopefully it's still there. I was asking if you've been to Sweden. Here we go. We can end it now. This is the result of the poll. And I managed to grab it. Normally I can't do it normally on a normal show, and it's really, really busy today. So the poll was, have you been to Sweden? And these were the results. Have you been to Sweden before? 81% said no. 12% said yes. And I'm going to say it's Jag Bordar, which means I live here, right? Jag Bordar? Is that how you pronounce it? And is that Francesca? Or is it Andrea? Who is it? Or maybe they're not going to tell me. Maybe they're not going to tell me. But listen, huge love to Fast Travel Games. Incredibly kind. And I told them this already, but I'll mention this for everyone's sake right now. Obviously, I've spoken about some of the games on tonight's live show and the experiences there. The first video I did was about PSVR2, and that's not the primary reason I went out there. We were out there to check out. It's a tricky name for sure. I wasn't there primarily to check out PSVR2. It was to check out their games. Cities VR I tried out, and loads of other games, and then were shown some top secret titles, one of which I can't say anything about, one of which I can say 3 things about, and I'll save that for Friday's PSVR show. But I am going to be posting an Instagram reel that highlights the trip as a whole, that will show all the games and things like that. And then we'll be having a massive conversation about the whole experience on Friday's show. It's going to be a big, big show. So yeah, just huge love. Thank you for inviting me out there. I really, really appreciate it. And hey, Mojo, it's good to see you here. Yeah, Cities VR. Look, And just 34 more days. Cities VR. I'm someone that grew up with SimCity 2000, loved it, and I'm actually really excited to play the game. In terms of like day one, when I get my PSVR2, am I going to be playing Cities VR on the first day? The answer is probably a no, and the reason why is Cities VR is a game that when you play it, you want to play it for a long time because there's so many mechanics. It's about, building a city. There are so many elements to it that I'm so excited to get into. Whereas there are other games which you can kind of jump into and jump between. So like Horizon's Call of the Mountain. Obviously, it'll be a great game, but that's a game you can kind of get stuck into and then jump away. Cities VR, I get the sense, is a game that's going to require a lot of time and investment, but I could be wrong. Day one, I probably will jump into it just because of the nature of the work that I'm doing now. But there is some really exciting things about the PSVR2 version that I'll be talking about on Friday. So, just to finish up with the show, guys, we do this at the end of every live show. We play a word game. Oh, Resident Evil 8 is a day one for me as well. Dude, that is going to be a horrific experience, but one I'm very, very much looking forward to. So if you are able to type in the chat, it means you can play along. Okay? That's what it means. Please don't be Spanish. And I know that might sound really offensive. I mean that the language needs to be English because we played last week and didn't get past level 1 and couldn't tell why. And it was because it was in Spanish. I'm having a look now. Okay, it's English. It's good. So this is how it's going to work, everyone. We have never got to level 20 in this. And it's because when you get close to level 20, it gets really, really hard. Now, this is a game where we are going to have some letters on the screen and we have to guess all the words that you can make with it. We are all working together, but we do have our own individual scores. And what's going to happen is, if you guess a word right, you'll see the word go up on the screen, you'll see your name next to it, and you'll see a padlock. Now, the padlock means you can't guess again until the time bar goes past a padlock, in which case everyone is back in the game. What does this mean? This means that you want to guess correct words as early as possible, because if you leave it late, you'll guess one and then you'll be locked out and then the time's up. Whereas if you guess right at the start, I think there are 5 like padlocks where it brings you back into the game again. Now, I know that some of you aren't into word games or feel I'm not that good at them. Just give it a go, because you know what? You might guess close to a word and you might inspire someone else in the chat to get it right. Now, the further we get in this game, the more difficult it gets. And we have never got to level 20. And we normally have 20 of us playing at any one time. There are more than 50 of you right now. Which means, look, I mean on screen now, if I show you this. Level 19. And depending on how well you do on each level, it changes how many we skip. So if we get all the words or pretty close, you skip 3 levels. You get 3 stars. You skip 3. If you do pretty good, you get 2 stars. 2 scars, that'd be terrible. 2 stars, and you skip 2 levels. And if you complete it but not great, you get 1 star. You go to the next level. Okay. So with that said, last week we only got to level 1 because it was in Spanish for some reason. I'm going to start the music. I hope that together we can do this. If you know anyone that's about right now and can join in on their phone, get them involved. If you're on Discord or anything, or Twitter, you can DM anyone, get them to join in now, because this could be the episode we finally do level 20. We just have to reach it. But trust me, once you get to level 18, 19, 20, it's evil. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. We got this. This is English, yeah? Don't log into 2 accounts. See the lock icon next to the names here? So that means you're locked out until this bar gets to here, and then you'll be back in. And they're in alphabetical order. So it looks like we've got another one beginning with a 4-letter beginning with C or L. No, C, cola. What am? Now we got a 4-letter that begins with an O, an L or an R. Orca. Look at that. Smashed it. Well done, everyone. We're on level 4 already. We're a fifth of the way there. Let's do this, everyone. Feed. Yep, good. There we go. You are such a tease. Such a tease. Buy fast travel games. I've lost your message now. There you go. Look at that. Oh wow, look at this. Right, we got one that begins a 5-letter beginning with an F or an O. Oh, oft, man. I'm very impressed today. Right, a 4-letter beginning with an F. Redo. Honestly, guys. Wow. Wow. Very, 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 very good. Let's. And look at this. Doesn't matter where you are. If you're on here, you're contributing. A mark is always smashed in the 100 mark. Get it? Mark. Right. There is a fake letter this time. So a fake letter, one of the letters are fake, so we have to find out what it is. Now, the easiest way to find it is whoever guesses the longest word, that will be made up of all the letters except the fake one you're not supposed to use. So we can work it out. Oh, pear, nice one. Piranha. Wow. Piranha. Which means D is the fake letter. So do not use D. Pariah. Wow, man. You're impressing me. I'm so terrible at this. Right, 2 left. We got a 4-letter that could begin with A. There we go. And then a 5-letter that could begin with A, I, N. Yeah. Can we get this last one? And annoyingly, it doesn't tell you what it is. doesn't tell you what that last one is. I know, that was a tricky one, that was. But we still got 3 stars, so well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. Smashing it. We're level 10. We are halfway there. And don't worry, I am doing pretty terrible today as well. There's another fake letter. There's a lot we can do with this one. Preview. Okay, which means the fake letter is N. N is the fake letter. Do not use N. So do not use N. N is the fake letter. Man, we're a proper army today. I'm feeling good about this. I don't want to jinx it, but I am feeling really good about it. Alright, it's just 4 letters now. So sometimes it's worth looking at the longer words and seeing if you can take something out of it. So like review, you could take view, which has already been taken. That sounds already done, Peer. Okay, we got a 4 letter that begins with an R or a V. And we got a couple of W's. Wive. And then... So W, it's a W-E. Rive. Oh, nice one. So we got one that's like a W-E maybe. W-E or W-I. Don't know. Always 1 left, but that's fine. We still got 3. We skipped 3 levels. We're on level 13. I mean, you're not technically skipping 3, are you? Because you've completed 10. You're skipping 2. Right, now there is a hidden letter and a fake letter. Well done, well done. You finally got a word. I know that feeling. So for this one, yeah, one of them's fake and one of them's hidden. I'm going with cold. Okay, cold is fine. Those letters are real. Dice is real. So I'm going to say N is the fake letter. Let's test this. Okay, docile. Well done. Coco. That means docile. E. And then N is the fake letter. Right, I'm just bringing this up on screen for you guys so you can see it. So you want to use E, but you don't want to use N. Yeah. There we go. So you want to use E, but don't use N. Oh no, don't use N. I said that and I did it myself. I mean, we've done it. It's a bit more tricky, this one. I think we might be at like 2 stars, maybe. Well done. Oh, wow. God, well done, everyone. On the final hurdle. It's really, really good. Iced. Hannah, great one. A lot of great... Wow, look at that. It looked like we were going to get maybe 1 to 2 stars, and then everyone was squeezing them out at the end. Now, I think we're in a good position here, because I think we are 1 level out. I think we are 1 level out of where it gets really difficult. So this is just a prediction. I think for this level now, there's going to be a hidden and a fake letter, but there's no more 4-letter words. So no 4-letter words, it's 5 letters and more. So a bit trickier. Okay? And then if we do this one, then it gets evil. And it's why I'm glad there are so many of you with us today. So, yeah. Let's do this. Let's make history for Myles Dyer Live. On episode number... What episode is it? I've forgotten. It's like 70, 78, isn't it? Here we go. Yeah, 5 letters. Stated. Okay, that's a great one. Dates. Statue. Tasted. 2 T's. I don't think I found the hidden one yet, unless someone else has noticed it. Stated. Steed. Squatted. What? Of course, if there's a U in it, go for a Q. Right, so Q is the hidden letter, and oh, Z is the fake. Well, Z is fine. We don't need Z. Sorry, I'm trying to do that one. There we go. So we need a 5-letter beginning with D. Actually, it could be anything between D and Q. Quads. Surely it's quads. Yeah, quads. I've literally doubled my score with that one letter alone. Okay, there's one beginning with S. Oh, Steed. I think that could be a 3-star win, guys. Wow, look at that. Now, everyone, we are now at the precipice of where everything always falls flat. Now, firstly, huge love and congrats. We finally got to level 19. And we've been going strong. We've been skipping 3 every step of the way, right? Now, this is the challenge with this one, okay? This is why it's difficult. Look at all these game cats. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This is why this one is tricky, okay? So, it's everything we've had before. There's going to be a hidden. There's going to be a fake letter. It has to be 5 letters or more. What makes this one really tricky is if you get a correct answer, your name will go up on the board, but it won't reveal what word you got. It will just be question marks. It is so brutal. So I'm going to try my best to look at the chat when someone gets one right, but if I miscall it, that can be devastating, okay? So, yeah. Let's do this, everyone. Let's do this. Good luck, everyone. Is porno a word? Yes, porno is a word. Porno. Porno was allowed. And what did Hannah put? Hasn't come up yet for me. Unroof. 2 words that were used. Wow, look. Oh, my God. Who can get that longest one? Okay, Mark got it. Oh my goodness. What did Mark get it with? I'm having a look. I can't see it in the chat yet. My broadcast system's delayed. Sunproof. Is that it? Which means S. Oh no, it isn't. It's D. So it was something else. Right, go, guys. We are 1 word away. We are 1 word away. Oh no. Oh fuck. We did it. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. In the nick of time, it looked like we were going to be 4 points off. What can I say? What can I say? We have finally done it. Now, technically, we're at level 20. We've not completed level 20, but that last second save was amazing. So a huge congrats to everyone. But it shows you that even though we had double the people in the room, it was still tough. And it's because in that last round, it's really hard to like be more cooperative. Yeah, sweating bullets here. Thread the needle. You got it with Droop. Oh my god, Droop. Well, guys, we play on, right? We play on. We've got to play on. Who knows what this is going to be? Who knows what this is going to be? Oh my goodness. This could be easier because there's less, but... Okay, how have people got it already? Album, well done. Hopefully X is the hidden. Is the fake. I think X could be the fake, which will be really useful. But what is the Oh wait, what did Mark get? I need to have the YouTube chat up because it's so delayed on here. And last time I missed mix up. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that, was it? Mix up. Oh, mixable. No. Mixable. Okay. Mixable, which means... I am so blind. Okay, you is the fake. So don't use you. Don't use you. Oh wait, no. Okay, that wasn't the one you guessed then. Ignore that. Man, do you know what? I need to work out a better way. I need to have the YouTube chat up for that, because that delay throws everything off. I don't I don't feel disappointed with that because that was a really good effort for that next level. And you guys all smashed it. Got to level 20, absolutely. And let's just have a look. Everyone contributed. Look at that. I mean, look, Mark, 165. But look, well done, everyone. Doesn't matter where you are on this list. If you got points on the board, you helped us. All those 5s, you know, we needed 4 on level 20. So, like, 5 does get you over it. So, making history. I was wondering if we were going to achieve it this year, and we've achieved it in episode 3 of the new year. So, absolutely incredible. Much, much love to everyone. So, that is all we've got time for this week. PSVR Without Parole continues in 40 minutes' time. It's Wednesday, so be sure to head on over there, show your support. I will be on the show on Friday. It is going to be a big show. But if you do have any questions about PSVR2, do let me know in the comments section on that PSVR2 video. Just search Myles and PSVR2 and you'll find it, or go to the PSVR2 channel. And on that note, as always, I want to thank everyone that gave super chats. I want to thank anyone that became a member. I want to thank all of you that hit the like button, commented, joined in the word game, helped us get that victory. Or as Brian always says, for those of you that were in the background and didn't say a damn thing, we love you still. So a huge thank you to everyone. And for anyone that is new to my weekly show, will know that this isn't truly the end. But for now, tell me your thoughts. Adios till next time. Have a good night. Uh-oh, I pressed the wrong button. I was meant to end and I'm back. I mean, I appear at the end of the show anyway, but I wasn't ready yet. Here. Let's do this properly. Do you know what? Doesn't matter, because I can't actually start the song halfway through. Outrageous. Well, you're going to get a post. No, this is a mid-credit scene then, isn't it? But this is the post-credit scene. Look, everyone, I want to say a huge thank you for tuning in. My goodness, what a show this has been. I was really shocked by how many people showed up. I appreciate that it is a lot due to my PlayStation VR2 hands-on review. That's got a lot of attention. But I do hope a lot of you out there that, you know, may like gaming content will still be up for tuning back in future weeks, because it is always good fun. It's always nice to hang out, and I love spending time with you. So on that note, I will wish you a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, wonderful rest of your week, but I hope I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye. Much love.